family. Welcome to the Spiritual Counseling TV network. My name is Christie Ramirez and I'm your soul coach here today. So today we are going to talk about the weekly spiritual guidance for March 21st to the 27th of 2022. This is a very, very powerful week because it is springtime. This very Monday is springtime. So I think that this is so metaphoric for what is the energy for this week. As you all know, this is more of an intuitive message that we show up here, and then if you want an extended weekly spiritual guidance where we bring in my special oracle cards that I created that we use for the daily morning spiritual guidance, which helps us to get more specific. I do an extended live stream on my Instagram page, so please make sure that you follow all my social media pages. And that happens every Monday, and you can watch it whenever it is that you have time, and they're usually between 45 to 60 minutes. So that's very much, it goes much deeper into what we're about to talk about today. This is just like a brief synopsis of what this week's going to be about. And what I feel this week's going to be about is obviously about the blossoming of our talents, our projects, the completion. But the completion is like, this is like the completion week so that we will blossom. All right, so I know it's confusing because at the same time it is the start of a new cycle, but we are completing perhaps the mastering of certain skills. Maybe we're just putting some finishing touches this week to complete a big vision or project that we've been working on the past life cycle. Because if you all know, the ancients astrologically believed that springtime was actually the new year. So this is all a lot of new energy this week. And you know, I did a spirituality retreat on Friday, on Thursday to Friday, and it was a full moon in Virgo. And I think that that's significant because it was about almost like cleaning up our lives to allow for this new beginning to blossom, right? We're setting the stage. We're preparing the canvas for now manifesting this beautiful artwork that we have in our vision and make it into reality. So there's a lot of discipline that's going to be required this week, a lot of responsibility, a lot of staying on track and accountable for your goals and the action steps that you wrote down, which I suggest you write down in order for you to accomplish those goals. So this is going to require a lot of willpower, a lot of focus, tenacity, all those qualities that make someone successful. And this is a great golden opportunity, I feel. It's like an open gate for abundance this year in your life. And remember that abundance can be anything. It doesn't have to be money related, although I know that's a lot of us on our minds. But it's also health, it's love, it's feeling good, which is well-being, actual physical health, right? So health and well-being. This is the year where you're going to definitely want to also check out my Health and Wellness brand, Body, Mind, and Spirit. We do a lot of spiritual practice there. We talk a lot about holistic nutrition, which I did study in graduate school. And we also talk a lot about meditation and yoga. And all of these things are more important than people realize, especially when you're on the spiritual journey, which is what we're talking about here. And which is why that idea sparked around the same time that I opened up this business. And that has always been a part of my lifestyle. But it was my saving grace, you can say, because the spirituality has always been within me. And obviously with the spiritual gifts that I've now developed, they've always been underdeveloping. So even as a young girl, I've always had like these, you know, like this kind of like, I want to say, what is that, tendency to not be as grounded, right? Like be in the clouds a lot because I'm always up in my head. And again, that's where health and wellness comes in. It's to ground us. So again, this is what we've been talking about the previous weeks, about making sure that you have a healthy balance between the spiritual realm and the earthly realm. And this is going to be more important than ever this week because it's very action oriented. And in order to stay on top of these action steps, we actually, believe it or not, need to be grounded. If you're always up in your head, always in the spiritual realms, in your soul, then it's very difficult for you to actually take the steps required in the physical plane. All right, so you see where I'm getting at. So it's more important than ever this week that we really make sure that we are in reality. We're seeing things clearly. We're being honest with ourselves. Not too harsh, be compassionate, but then still be realistic. Very important to also make sure your goals are realistic. And don't take it too far. Don't pressure yourself unnecessarily. Don't rush yourself, because that's going to only make things worse. It's not going to really help, right? So this is what self-love has been teaching us, is to love ourselves enough to be able to listen to our body and then take appropriate action. And when it comes to the spiritual journey, this is about continuously listening to what needs healing. Again, there's a lot of, I feel, because we are in the springtime, and there's almost going to be like a lot of this pressure of wanting to take all this action, that there can also be these emotions that can almost clash with this energy, which can be anger, frustration, impatience, impulsiveness, which can create recklessness, destructiveness, all those things that is going to set you back rather than propel you forward. So you're going to need to stay level-headed as well, and that's where emotional intelligence comes in. And that's where everything that I teach in the Spiritual Counseling TV Network comes in with my whole career in psychology. Mental and emotional health is going to be more important than ever, because there is going to be emotions coming up, and especially if you're sensitive, even more so. And that is nothing to be afraid of, because emotions are messages. If you think about it, they're going to tell you something about what needs change in your life, or perhaps maybe just a shift in some way, or maybe telling you that something is not right. Maybe you need to do something else, try something new, and maybe that will clear up that emotion, right? Emotions are just little signals to ourselves that something needs to change. So pay attention to what your emotions are telling you. Maybe you're also doing too much, and it's okay to back off a little bit, remembering that part of balance is not trying to do everything all at once, right? Not trying to bombard yourself with all these projects and then not enough time, because you still want to have time to actually enjoy what you're doing, relaxing as well, recharging, and then enjoying the fruits of your labor during that project, right? You don't want to be doing a whole bunch of things and then not get anywhere. So make sure that you're really focused on max 1 to 2 and very max 3 things on your top priority list this week, and fully focus on that. And that is my suggestion for this week for the weekly spiritual guidance. I'll see you all for the Monday daily morning spiritual guidance, and make sure that you also watch the live stream for more extended guidance this week. It's going to be so much fun, and I'll see you all this week. And of course, if you want to book a personal soul coaching as well to get more personal guidance on your situation, go to christieramirez.com/booking. I would be more than glad to help you on your soul journey. Have an amazing and beautiful week. Namaste. All right, now